Okay, look at the green light. Look at that green light. So hopefully I'm looking straight into the camera instead of like this. When I look at the camera, I'm looking off to the side. So I'll look at the green light. I've been waiting to do this video till I got prettied up, or I was ready to do it, but it's just not going to happen. And I want to go ahead and release the video. So I just got back from Texas like a week ago. I did a workshop on a Saturday, and then the next Sunday was it came from the Bayou, which I want to do again next year, hopefully. I'm going to do it next year. I'm just going to say I'm going to do it next year. And those were in Houston, and then the next Wednesday I did a pop-up shop at Austin Speed Shop, and hung out with my uncle and did all kinds of stuff. Went with my daughter. It was an awesome trip. It couldn't have been better. Met so many people. Thank you for everybody that came out. Also, if you're watching this and I owe you a t-shirt for the workshop, those are being printed like this week, and I'll get those out as soon as possible. I just wanted to make sure I said that. Okay, so I don't know. Things just are awesome. I don't believe in coincidences, but I'm not going to get into all that. But I love when I meet people and I just realize like what a wonderful small world it is, and how things are connected. So this is one of those things. Burning Bones Press in Houston is one of the dudes that run it is Carlos Hernandez, and I've met Carlos Hernandez. I met him for the first time when I went to Houston. We've had some phone conversations, a lot of Instagram back and forth, a lot of texting, but what an incredible dude. Super talented, super sweetheart. He looks like a rock star. You know what? He is a rock star. His work is amazing, and he's just if you know Carlos, you know, and if you don't know him, you need to get to know him. The dude is just a powerhouse. So anyway, he had told me, I've known him before I became a licensed Fink artist. He told me that he worked with Ed Big Daddy Roth, and I didn't know the extent of it. I knew one day we would meet, and I wanted to hear more, to hear about it. So he basically told the first story, and he showed me some stuff and some of his Roth stuff and some of his personal stuff that he got from Ed Roth. And he told me a story, and I videotaped it, or what is it? Is that even a word now? I filmed it with my phone, and that's going to be this video. So anyway, Carlos, thank you. There'll be more videos with Carlos. We are going to be hanging out some more. And hopefully, I don't know. I want to spend as much time with Carlos as I can. And I don't know. Thank you, Ed Roth. Thank you, Carlos. All right, here's this cool little story. And there'll be more. All right. Yeah, that's coming up next. I've already filmed it a week ago. All right, I'm going to put it on here on the end of this. I got like a little app that'll put it on there. Okay, I've talked too much. Thank you for watching. Here we go. All right, yeah, here we go. It's not. This is Carlos, but we're going to talk to Carlos in a minute. I'm at Burning Bones Press in Houston, and Carlos, if I say anything wrong, you got to correct me, okay? And this is just going to be a short video.
Nothing's wrong.
Carlos and I. This is Carlos Hernandez. We've been talking. I've known you for a few years, right?
Yeah.
Just on the internet. This is our first time to meet in person and all that stuff. And Carlos told me that he worked with Ed Roth. Okay, do you just want to talk just for a few minutes? Just do you want me to ask you questions?
Okay.
I'll ask you questions.
Okay, go ahead.
This is okay.
Go ahead.
When did you start working with Ed Roth?
I started working with Ed Roth back in 1995. And a friend of mine opened up a print studio and needed somebody to come do art direction because he had this guy that he had licensing for, and he was an icon and yada yada. And I'm like, whoa, okay. I'm interested. Who is it? And he's like, it's Ed Big Daddy Roth. I'm like, what? That's one of my heroes, right? Growing up. So of course, so I came and I started doing contract work for this print company, and lo and behold, Ed Big Daddy Roth came to Houston and worked. We worked side by side to do some marketing, T-shirts, hats, things like that, and I got to work with him right next to each other, and I got to hear all of his interesting stories, and he left a lot of things behind. He had just come out with this book, and he did some drawings and things. I have a bunch of drawings with Ed Big Daddy Roth. I don't have any photos with me, but he did come to be a judge at the art car event during 1995, and we brought him down for that. But it was great and interesting to hear all of his stories of the old Ed Roth days in Southern Cal, you know, in the 60s and 70s. And he talked about his pal, Von Dutch, and he talked about a bunch of things. And I learned a whole lot about that culture. And just by talking to him side by side, couldn't have been the nicest guy. I have so many funny stories with him. One is he was judging all of these art cars, I remember, and I didn't know this. He was wearing like the top hat, classic Ed Roth. I didn't know this, but he came across this car that was all white. The concept of the car was all white. Tires were white, inside was white, everything was white, and he was walking by, and we're looking at cars, and I guess he's going to judge all of the cars. I didn't know this, but he had a sign painter's kit tucked underneath his whole suit.
Yeah.
And he took it out. He couldn't help himself, and he took out some black ink, and he did this fly, just a little fly on the fender, and it said Roth on there. And I'm like, wow, what a lucky person. And that person happened to come along, and she was like, what are you doing, you idiot? You ruined my car. Anyway, it's a great story.
Wow.
Just like, oh, we all took off.
Wow.
But it was great. I have so many great stories with Ed Roth. I remember one time we ordered a bunch of pizza, and he had another thing he had to go do. And I'm like, well, I guess Ed Roth's not going to show up today, or maybe he's going to show up later. Let's just throw the pizza away, right? So we threw it all in the trash can. And he said, hey, I thought you had some pizza. He came really late.
Yeah.
And I'm like, has some pizza? Well, yeah, it's cold. We threw it away. He's like, don't throw away pizza. He went to the trash can, took it out, started eating it. And I'm like, whoa, okay.
That's awesome.
Cool.
Yeah.
It's great. But it was so much fun working with Ed Big Daddy Roth. And now, Jim, I see you're taking over. We're a lot of, continuing the legacy of Ed Big Daddy Roth. And I have been a fan for a million years. When I was a little kid, that's all I used to draw was that Ed Roth stuff. And it's been a pleasure, man. And I'm glad you're here doing the workshop.
Yes.
Your cut and paste collage.
Yes.
It's great. Welcome to Houston.
Yes. Okay, Carl, later on, can we do some more videos later on and talk?
Course.
And all right, I just wanted to, let me get, this is how, wait, I don't know. Hey, Maya, will you film? Yeah. Do it like a professional shot. Okay, so we'll have some more Carlos later on. Is that okay, Carlos?
Yeah, sure.
As we continue hanging out and stuff. All right. Hey, okay, you can. Thank you, Carlos.
You're welcome.
What a small, wonderful world. Have a good day. Thank you for watching.